welcome everyone. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have news in 40 seconds. So let's see what it does, shall we? At 2:30 p.m. Central European Time, as you can see here. Some high impact news, no idea what it is, but it's in the list of impact and 2:30 p.m. and that's what we care about. So let's see what the chart is gonna give us in only 20 seconds, and if we get any sort of volatility on the chart, right? So at the moment, price is moving to the upside after a sharp corrective structure to the downside, either labeled a WXY or wave A of a zigzag, preferably as the probabilities, as mentioned in the morning video, remain higher for an impulse unless you start to lose significant levels on the chart and really move a lot lower. That being said, it is now 2:30 p.m. so let's see if we get any sort of volatility. There was an order block here. We managed to pass the order block, golden pocket, value area low, point of control is in confluence with the 886. The moment we hit this 886, the probabilities increase to take out the high and also touch the weekly naked point of control. So let's see if something happens during the stream. Of course, it is quite common after an 886 touch for price to move back to the golden pocket before potential continuation. Any move down has a higher probability of C or Y. So we got to be patient, see what price gives us. So currently what I'm looking at is either a WXY finish, sharp corrective structure, or a zigzag. In both cases, preferably looking for a corrective structure at the moment and a bit of a range, no? So welcome everyone. Good to have you here. And as always, I have to do this as well. This is 0.0, right? So not drinking any alcoholic beverages on stream. You know, you never know what YouTube thinks when you're drinking from a can and stuff. So I just want to make sure that is clear. Joshua Davidson, what's up? Particles of Time, how you doing? Always a pleasure. Kiwi, welcome. Good evening in your case, or night even. Maybe a Band-Aid, what's up, what's up? Sarah, good to have you here once again. So this morning we had a, actually early afternoon in my time zone, we had a chatting session in Diamond. So I was online in Diamond for about an hour or something, or you know, maybe a bit longer, talking about a innovation of my trading strategy and something I've been testing recently. So yeah, it was quite interesting. No? More to come for the diamonds. Sorry you missed the live stream yesterday, slept through my alarm. Do not worry, because you're always here somehow when it is like 2 a.m., 1 a.m. in New Zealand. I don't know how you do it, but I can very much understand why you sleep through your alarm. So maybe it's a good thing you slept through your alarm. Andy, welcome. Carla, good morning, America. Good morning. Early morning, of course, in America. Kiwi going to sleep. Well, after the stream. JP, Jeroen, welcome. Karim, Edgar, Stefano, Laxiri. Good morning, Cramo. Labadina. I don't know what it means, though. Ben, welcome. Good to have you here once again. Pixel, Brahim. Welcome, guys. So, as it is news now, Yanis, welcome. I first want to observe the price action locally for a little bit, right? So 2:30 p.m. Central European Time. It's in the list here, so some news. Maybe I have to refresh it and see if we got any numbers. I have no idea what it means, but probably some of the fundamental people here will have a better idea. Let me click on this. So again, I have no idea what all of this is, but for the fundamentalists here, you probably know. So yeah, let's see if anything happens on the chart. Currently testing the value area low of the pretty much upper range that we had here. I took a volume profile from this low to the order block here, selecting this area of the chart. Yeah, that's how I got to that volume profile. Let me quickly refresh my chart because my Control Z ain't working, which means I need to refresh TradingView. My mornings have been early last few days. Yeah, you told me. So maybe a Band-Aid was trying to look for a position on the chart. Stayed awake during a couple of nights. Hopefully not full nights, but at least it paid off a little bit. No. So locally, look, we got a sharp move down. Generally, I'm not too big of a fan of trying to count a 3-minute or 5-minute chart. But what we can see on the chart is this structure, no? So we're either looking here for a W, X, and a Y, which would be more bullish. So then you have a 3-wave, a 3-wave, and a 3-wave, WXY. Now a WXY can only appear in a wave A, in a corrective structure, that is. So if you want a bigger corrective structure, you're looking for an A, then you want to see a flat in or a zigzag or zigzag family structure in B, and then a wave C to the downside. In other words, that would be bullish. Bearish is a 5-wave impulsive structure. And in that case, of course, we need to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually preferably ended here. Unless we have an extended one, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, sideways, 4, 5. But an extended one is not very common. But those are the two that I keep an eye on. At the moment, we are just ranging, right? Something that we were looking for. Wait for a range to form. If price pushes up on volume, the range will give us all the information we need. And the range is still very young. But it has not changed any of the probabilities I mentioned in the previous video. Christian, welcome. Good to have you here as well. So I'm quite curious to see what the price does. Now, a V-shaped recovery is not all too common. And at the moment, this looks pretty V-shapey. So I am aware of eventually a continuation of the range or another retracement sideways price action. Interesting, though, is that we actually didn't hit the weekly naked point of control. We got very close on my chart. We didn't touch it. And I actually do like levels to be touched. Just like a daily naked point of control was touched here. I like a physical hit on my chart. So it would be nice to eventually get that done. Liquid Mafia gave a good news today. Yeah, so yesterday we shortly discussed the post of Liquid Mafia. And he is a Fibonacci ring specialist. He's an analyst in that expertise, that niche, very special niche, and he posted something in Discord yesterday. I'll make sure to put it on the chart in a second. Maybe you could say in your videos in the morning when you plan to come live. It's always the afternoon, but I don't always know. So when there's news, generally I go live when the news hits. And if no news, it's somewhere between 2 and 4 p.m. But it depends on my day, because my days, you know, I sometimes have other appointments or stuff to do. So I don't always go live at the set same time. And in the mornings, I don't always know when I go live in the afternoon. But when there's news, I generally go live around the news hour. So, but yeah, Liquid Mafia up. Nope. So make sure to go to Discord. You can click on the search here and then do Liquid Mafia, right? And check his posts. And then you can see here the post that COCU is talking about, this one here. So make sure to check it out if you haven't. And then this one as well. So there you go. Okay. We do have bullish CVD divergences on the chart with the price action here. As you can see, higher low in price, low low on the CVD. The bearish CVDs got invalidated twice, but I don't have interest in these, to be honest. Because of Elliott wave probabilities, I think it would be much better to continue ranging and then build some more CVDs instead of a sharp move down and then a sharp move up. I like to see a little bit more structure. We didn't really have any structure down. It would have been a lot nicer if we did this and then create bearish CVDs between the tops, but we didn't. So I'm currently just very, very patient. Jason, welcome. Good to have you here. Giannis, cheers. And maybe a Band-Aid. Thank you, man. So, yeah, not too much happening with the news right now. So I guess we go over to the analysis. So in this live stream, it's news now. So that's why we have a look at the chart. And I do a little bit of chatting and Q&A. So currently we have this going on, right? So see if it does anything. But, we go into Elliott wave analysis in a second, and then chatting Q&A, and then continue with the day. No? Boris, welcome. Good to have you here. I think the volatility made the sea a bit choppy. Yeah, you got to watch out. So this is a thing that I bet, I'm definitely not the only one talking about this, but this is kind of like common knowledge, I suppose, that once you have an impulsive structure to the upside, meaning price is moving quick, people tend to profit because they tend to trade with the trend, but they tend to lose everything again once price starts ranging, right? So be patient, right? Wait for your plan, wait for your strat, wait for confirmation. If you're out of any position, manage them well first of all, right? If you are in any positions, and if not, just be patient, wait for clarity, wait for your plan, because you don't want to, all the profits you may have made on the way up, you don't want to like lose all of that because you're over trading a new range, right? So give it some time, and even if price would continue and your plan was not here, right? No problem. There's going to be a new opportunity, right? There's going to be a new opportunity. So you want to, first of all, make profit, but of course, you want to keep the profit as well, which sometimes is, I suppose, more difficult, especially in the beginning stages of trading, where you're making money, but then soon after you're over trading, and before you know it, you're back to where you were. Appa. Mark, how you doing? How you doing? Andy, so how do you analyze the strength and weakness of an existing trend and a trend reversal? It depends on the tools you like to use, right? So some people will use RSI or MACD or the money flow indicator, or they check the volume. They may check order flow. They may check the DOM. They may check support resistance areas that are being flipped on the chart, right? Resistance flipped into support and continuation to the upside. So first of all, there's many tools you can use. Moving above the CVD, you can use the pivots indicator, value area, low, high, point of control, many stuff. Now, what I like to look for is Elliott waves, volume, Fibonacci, extensions and retracements, CVD. Basically, everything I use in my content is what I look at. I don't use anything I do not show in my content. Everything I use is I show it pretty much every time, right? Every video. So that is what I look for. Those are the things I keep an eye on. Hunter, welcome. Good to have you here. How many hours a day do you spend on a chart on average? Well, most of my work is screen related. And because I have a multi-screen setup, I always have the chart open on one screen. So you could say most of the day of my waking hours, I have a chart like close to me. Even if I have a meeting online, I will have the chart open on one screen as well. So pretty much most of the time, unless I'm traveling. If I travel, then I tend to set alarms or something. And I don't like trading on a phone, but I have a laptop, so I take my laptop with me, and then I might I use that. So yeah, we haven't analyzed just yet, of course. Rostam, welcome. Yeah, I'll make sure to set my timer. Thanks, Mark. Could this be a zigzag wave 4 down? Yes, potential. The first wave 2 was higher probability of being a flat, so a wave 4 can definitely be a zigzag. Rudy, welcome. Welcome. Of course, if one is bullish, then on the lower time frame, you want to count an impulsive structure to the upside here, and not a corrective structure. I don't really like analyzing 3-minute, 5-minute, Elliott waves. I like the 15-minute and stick on that time frame. Of course, if this is a multi-1-2, preferably I would like to see bullish CVDs locally, but we don't. So far, price moving up, CVD moving up. So nothing really going on. You can definitely count some sort of an impulse in here, 3-wave correction. This is a bit awkward. This is at the moment a three-wave move. So if you got to be aware of an uptrend WXY here at the moment because of the 3-wave nature of this final structure to the upside. If you break market structure, that wouldn't be bullish. You'd be looking for a continuation of the range. But that is low time frame stuff. So let's stick around on the higher time frame now. Modavada, welcome. Trading is also your hobby and passion, very much. So it started, of course, as an interest, as a hobby, because I had another business. I am still a global keynote speaker as well. But then I got into trading, and COVID happened, pandemic, lots of time, and that's how I got into trading. And you develop a passion. I never knew I had a passion for analysis and trading, but it's one that I developed. And I think that's true for most things. Like, if people say follow your passion, you might not even know what your passion is, right? I didn't know trading was a passion, right? Or analysis was a passion. Until I got in touch with it through, life happens, and now we're here. Mark, that's of course no problem. Shivang, I think was the name, right? No need to retract your message, my friend. So no problem, right? So rustig aan, rustig aan, Mark. Yeah, so Shivang, feel free to send it again, no problem. Waiting for another retrace. Yeah, stick to your plan, stick to your strat. As long as the market structure locally, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, perfectly fine. Currently here we have a 3-wavy structure. For a 5-waver, you of course want at least 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now in that case, you can still have a zigzag to the upside. Be aware, right? So for now, as long as you don't take this high, taking this low would increase bearish probabilities, meaning a continuation of the range, or take the low. And once we do move up first, you got to change market structure with this one to increase probabilities of sideways price action. My passion is motorcycle riding. I love riding a bike as well, but I did sell it and I'll buy a new one in France. 3 min is a good entry point. Yeah, everyone has their strat. So I generally enter on a 15 most of the time. Mr. Brownbug, just saying hi. Welcome, man. Welcome. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Green badge. Next one is going to be the blue badge, yo. If we had the 786, this means an invalidation. No, the 886. And it's not an invalidation, but the 886 is a rare target for 2, common for B or X. So the probabilities are higher to then take the high sooner or later. Any move down has a higher probability of being C or Y, meaning corrective. Cheers. Yashiarasia. Holy moly. Your age and journey. I think the journey before the analysis might be a bit of a thing. By the way, everyone, right? We are at resistance. Just maybe I should make that clear. My age, 31. And my journey started in December 2020 when I was asked to host a show called Bots TV. And then we go into the analysis, right? Bots TV. So that's how I got in touch with it, because people asked me to present this show. Now this web doesn't work. No, this one doesn't work anymore. Oh, there we go. I put it on my LinkedIn. So anyway, I can just show the picture. So there you go. So I was the host of Bots TV, and I was asked to do this as I was a television host in the Netherlands on Fox Sports / ESPN. And I got approached by Bots, which is a bot trading algorithm company, to host this. Or actually, I was approached by the television crew that was going to make this show. And I was like, sure, sounds interesting, but I don't know shit about crypto and all that stuff. So they gave me 2 months to prepare, and that's when I really got into it. And then I was an incredibly big noob, so I put all my savings in, high risk trade, high leverage, made big bucks in my first trade, which is absolutely stupid actually, because it was seemingly very easy. So I got a lot of money with my first trade, then I lost it all and a little bit more. And then I started educating myself, building a plan, strategy, got into Elliott waves in February 2021. It was the pandemic. I spent easy over 60, 70, 80 hours per week studying trading, studying Elliott wave, studying the tools, studying everything. And now we're here. So this is the short version of the story. But the pandemic actually helped me out. Because of the pandemic, I'm here. That's kind of like it. Because I had the time. So yeah. A few months older, September. Did you take a look at Practice Elliott Wave system? Elliott Waves is his system. Oh, or wait, Brownberg, you mean the automated system? Not yet. I read about it, but I haven't yet bought it. First of all, I like counting myself. Second, I'll probably test it at some point, but not anytime soon, because if I get it, I want to focus on it and really test it. Put a lot of time in it to see if it's correct, to see if it matches my analysis and the counts. So I'll have to do some research then, but I will at some point check it out. Yes. And then I can also let you guys know, because it's very expensive, of course. So I can just get it and then let people know what's up. I could even use it on streams and in videos, but probably not. I like counting myself. You should trust yourself first. That's number one, and then tools can help for confirmation. But I have checked it out. I actually still got the tab open as well in my other screen. So yeah. Okay, let's the worst thing that can happen: winning your first trade. Yes, it's man, my first trade, big winner. All my savings were in there. I was super nervous. Stayed awake till 4 a.m. and then was like, fuck it. And then I woke up with profit, and then I lost it all. Andy, cheers, man. I like your 0.00 strategy. Do you mean like this? The fact that I don't drink? I don't know. No, Kevin, a zigzag would have still the highest probability at the moment because of what we're going to talk about right now. So let's start, shall we? Lots of chatting for 30 minutes. I actually thought I had an appointment from 3 to 4 p.m. But then I saw my email that it was replanned to the 27th of August. In other words, I can stay longer. So that's why I went live later than initially I thought. I will answer other questions after the analysis, right? America woke up. Maybe they haven't seen the morning update. So we're going to do a quick walkthrough and then take it from there. Okay. Probabilities, by the way, are still the same. So you can read them here if you want, like if you want to skip the analysis. Here you are. While that's on the chart, let me answer. Yeah, so Kevin, at the moment, a zigzag would have higher probabilities for now, because before you start counting this ABC, you need to lose significant levels first, right? For now, this is actually just a simple support resistance flip, arguably here. Yeah, you need to move down further before you really change probabilities to the bears on the 1 hour. That's also what I write here in the text. Confirmation. Wim, welcome. Confirmation, again, it's we'll check the support. Confirmation is also different for everyone. It depends on the tools you like. So you can use the VWAP for confirmation, for example. Right, this is just an example. But the VWAP on a 50-minute time frame, maybe that is your confirmation, right? Like, okay, probabilities are higher to move up. If we move above the VWAP and retest it and then break structure, that's my confirmation entry. That's a possibility, right? If you lose the VWAP, wait, my alarm is going off. So if you lose the VWAP and retest it, maybe that's your confirmation and change structure, right? So you can also use a point of control. You have a volume profile on the chart, and well, if you lose or gain the point of control, confirmation. You can use CVD. If price is moving up or down and you see CVD divergences, that might be an extra confirmation. So as you can see, it depends on the tools you like to use, right? If you have a channel on the chart and the channel gets broken either way and retested, might be confirmation, right? Simple support resistance area, right? Can't get more simple than this. Oh, we're moving down, we retest resistance in this case, break structure. The moment you break structure, confirmation. So it very much depends on what you like to look for. You can use order flow as confirmation. You can use open interest as confirmation, the DOM as confirmation. You can use anything. RSI, RSI divergence, MACD, anything. It very much depends on the tools that you like to use yourself. So the step one is figure out the tools that you like to use and then build experience with the tools, which will lead to you knowing what your confirmation is. But it starts with the knowledge. Okay, let's start. So 33 minutes in, lots of chatting, answering questions already. But before I continue with answering questions, here we go. So your most bullish scenario is a zigzag, right? A 535 ABC, target area for C is hit, the 1-to-1 trend-based fib extension taken from the high to the low of A to the high of B. Common target for a wave is C, and now that price moved up and touched the 618 taken from this high to the low, this move to the upside is not counted as a wave 4 anymore for a wave 5 to the downside in any bearish scenario. So in a zigzag, preferably your low is in, right, in this particular scenario. Now a zigzag, as you see on the chart, is a good scenario for two macro bullish scenarios, which is first of all this one on the chart here, right? So if a zigzag is finished, a three-wave structure, and you move up impulsively in 1, 2, and then 3, that would fit this scenario where your wave 4 is already longer than your wave 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, internal count of yellow 3, finish yellow 3, look for 4, and then 5. And having a finished zigzag would also fit a 1, 2, 1, 2, where the second wave 2 is a little bit shorter in time than the first wave 2, which is of course your most bullish scenario, right? So preferably for the most bullish scenarios, that would be the low that is made on the chart, right? Now there's a few bearish scenarios, and I will explain the probabilities in a second, right? Because I explained it here already, as you can see, but I'll put it on the chart, right? So first of all, WXY. Now this was spoken about yesterday during the live stream. Like, yo, what about the WXY that isn't finished yet, right? So you have a regular flat W, expanding flat X, and then a zigzag in a wave Y. That is a valid structure. However, the common target for Y is the 0.618 to the 1.236, and most common is the 1 to the 1.236, which is touched because we touched the 1.236, as you can see. The 1.618 is a very uncommon target for a wave Y. That's very deep, right? The last time I remember it was hit was when we had the sharp corrective structure to the downside here, down to 19.7K as a WXY double zigzag to the downside here, right? That is the last time on such a high time frame that the 1.618 was the target for a wave Y. So if we look for a a zigzag A, B, C, where wave Y touches the 1.618 in a sideways double combo, first of all, again, the 1.618 very uncommon. Second, your wave B has to retrace at least to 67.5K for the common target of a wave C, the 1-to-1, to be in par with the 1.618. So what I mean in more detail here is if I put the trend line on the chart, you can see that currently, if this would be the high on the chart at the moment here, your 1-to-1 common target for wave C is at 46.5, which is far below the wave C already very uncommon target area, which of course is very unlikely. No? If you go to the horizontal line, you can see confluence with the 1.618, and the higher you go, the closer it gets to the 1.236. No? So preferably in this scenario, you would retrace to at least 67.5K. And then still, this scenario doesn't have the highest probabilities because you already touched common target area Y, and you don't actually want to see it go to the 1.618. So in other words, this bearish scenario doesn't have the best probabilities from an Elliott wave point of view. And therefore, if we look for a bearish scenario, the bearish scenario that looks a lot better is a bigger sideways structure where you have a finished structure zigzag in a W or A, and we now look for either a wave X or a wave B. Wave X would create a bigger sideways horizontal range, which would be a lot of sideways price action till the end of the year, and your wave B is a bigger flat, A, B, and then a wave C, very scary C of course, and then continue with the trend. Now both of these take a lot of time because preferably your X or B finishes after the 382 fib time taken from the start to the end of W or A, sitting on the 17th of August. So you actually want to continue this range till at least the 17th of August and make X or B finish after the 17th of August. Most common is for a wave X or a wave B to be a zigzag structure, meaning a 5-3-5 wave move, which means impulse, correction, impulse. Yeah? And then you still look for a wave Y or C down. Now this bullish scenario will of course take a very long time, right? Because it is a bullish scenario, by the way. It's a continuation of the range. It's still corrective. So after Y or C, you expect continuation. It's just that it will take a very long time to finish, which therefore increases the probabilities on the macro, meaning the weekly time frame, for this. So the longer we range here, if we really go into a much bigger W and then X and then Y, right? Really, really long sideways corrective structure, it increases probabilities of this. At the moment, this scenario does not have the highest probabilities, but you got to be aware of it, where then your 3 is finished, and if you really create a very long sideways range in a wave 4, then the probabilities increase for one more push to finish the bull market in 5. Right? So preferably your wave 4 is finishing after the 1-to-1, which is the 12th of August, but this wave 4 can easily extend to Q1 2025 or something. There's no problem for this wave 4. So in other words, for the bulls, preferably you don't end up in that WXY scenario. Okay, your most bearish scenario, by the way, this would currently have the higher probabilities from a bearish perspective, continuation of the range, right? On the number 2 spot, arguably we have this, and then on the final spot we have a double 1-2, right? 1-2-1-2. Now This is a very bearish scenario because you easily go back to 30K, 20K, 10K with this scenario, which at the moment is like not even close to the highest probabilities, very low probabilities on a weekly time frame, daily time frame. For this to increase, you really just need a dump, a very, very fast straight line down, wave 3 price action. Not the highest probabilities at the moment. We move up, so you need strong signs of weakness, preferably very big bearish CVD divergences, which we don't have. We actually still have bullish CVD divergences here on the daily even as well. Yeah, but we got to be prepared. Also, the 886 is touched for the green wave 2. 886 is a rare target for 2, common for a wave B or X. And by now, everyone that's been here for more than 2 days will know what to say next. Any move to the downside after an 886 touch has a higher probability of being a wave C or Y, or at least a corrective structure, increasing probabilities to move to the upside, right? Now, what I think is going to be very interesting, this is a psychology scenario, which has to do with impulsive continuation of the bull market. So this is just a psychology scenario that is based on continuation. Is if we do have a finished corrective structure, I would really like this. From a psychology point of view, it makes total sense. Let me explain. Of course, you will have people that put a trend line on their chart, right? That is the resistance at the moment, no? You also have the people that see this impulse. So they start buying. Shit, there's impulsivity. We might just continue to the upside. All-time highs next. Da, 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 da. However, what you can see is we made a low at 56. We made a lower high. Made a low at 53. Make a lower high. That is what I would like to see. Move to the upside, preferably, of course, in an impulse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So in that case, we're still looking for a longer 4 and another move up in 5. Hit resistance. Of course, what's going to happen here is people start buying again, just like they probably did over here, because they expect, oh, we're going to break out now. Continuation to the upside, all-time high. I saw this indicator flashing a green light, and this one did that, and right? So bullish mindset, greed coming back in. And what I would love to see is not break this high, make another lower high to continue the market structure, then move down impulsively in a 5-3-5 zigzag structure, which is common for a 2, 1, 2, 3. And a 5-3-5 mimics an impulse and can be very scary, especially your wave C's as well. So you have an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, correction, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And a 5-3-5 can be also an impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this case, 5 waves in 1, correction 2, 5 waves in 3, correction 4, 5 waves in 5. Now the difference here is that this is an ABC and then you go back up. So meaning ABC and then you go back up. In an impulse, you get another 4 and 5. We don't want that, right? So we want a 5, correction 5, preferably on a high amount of volume. And what you then get is this. Where's my box? I actually liked using this the other day. So what you then get is this, no? So ups at the high, you're going to have FOMO, YOLO, all-time high, 1 million next, all that good stuff. And another box. And then down here, hey, wait, my box is gone. I don't know why. Doesn't matter. Down here, you're going to have, you see, we continue down. I knew this would happen. Bear market confirmed. I'm scared. You name it. All of that, like those type of things. Preferably get a deep retracement, high volume, and then move back up. That would be nice. Induce more fear, more scared, more people selling their Bitcoin, and then it would be nice, no? It would be nice. Okay. Yeah, that would be nice. Also makes sense from an Elliott wave point of view. So your bearish scenario locally, at the moment lower probabilities, is a diagonal A, B, and then a wave C to the upside. Wave B is also very short compared to A, shorter than the 382 fib time taken from the start to the end. And this is your most common target area for C, 1 to the 1.236, but in general the 1 to the 1.618 is an area of interest. And the lower time frame count 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 4 5 4 5, and then you want to impulse down 1 2 and go down in 3. At the moment, not the highest probabilities because we have not lost any significant structures. We have not hit any invalidations for an impulse to the upside. As mentioned, your B would be very short as well. So as long as we do not lose significant support, lose significant levels, hit invalidations, you can't, like, just read this. You can't give the highest probabilities to an ABC. That's wishful thinking. So there's absolutely short potential here, right? Because there's overlap, as explained in the video this morning. You are in the wave C target area, and in this area we have strong resistance. So there is absolutely a reason to short this box, which, if you have done, was a very nice move, right? There's absolutely resistance, and from a trade management point of view, whoa, I don't know, my throat, I'm talking too much. From a trade management point of view, when in buying positions, this is very important resistance. Now, I am not a financial advisor, but it makes sense to like take a little bit of a TP, something like that. Like, you know, like that's at least how I manage my stuff. So it is a very important area on the chart. If you pass this resistance, the probabilities increase to move to the next box at 66.8, which decreases probabilities for the ABC. In other words, we got to take out this high as well, no? And hit the weekly naked point of control on the chart. That would be step 1, 65.1K. Well, so we're pretty much in a little bit of limbo, right? We have the bullish scenario, we have the bearish scenario. Currently, we are in an area on the chart where we were looking for price then to move up, and now we are in the target area of C. And for impulsive continuation, we look for 4, 5. No? So from a trading management point of view, this is very important. But the probabilities are not yet on the side for an ABC because you have not lost any levels, you did not hit any invalidations. There's no reason to think that just yet. So here we have a double 1 2 1 2 1 2, and then another little 1 2 3 4 5, finish 3, and we're looking for a bigger sideways range to form eventually. The size of your 2, and wave 2 here, higher probability for a flat structure. So wave 4 can be any corrective structure, but a simple structure would be a zigzag 535, right? But you can have anything. So we don't have a lot of information here just yet. The common target for your wave 4 is the 236 to the 05, taken from the low of 2 to the current high, 63 to 60.7K. And you can see actually the 236 has been hit, right? Now, preferably you end wave 4 after the 0.382 fib time, which is sitting on 11 p.m. Central European time today. Right, so that's in a couple of hours minimum. Wave 4 can take a lot longer, and it is common for wave 4 as well to be longer than wave 2. In other words, longer than the 1-to-1, which is 2 a.m. Thursday. 1 second. When the wifey calls, you got to be there, eh? You got to be there. Okay. So, right. Now, the invalidation for a wave 4 is the 618 at 59.7K. Currently over here, we have found support on the lower degree wave 4. So a guideline in Elliott waves is that a wave 4 of a higher degree likes to retrace to the price action of a wave 4 of a lower degree, which is exactly what we did here. So that's nice. And then, of course, you aim for continuation to the upside where we observe the local range. In a wave 4, we want to see corrective structures, right? A corrective sideways ranging structure, no? In a bearish scenario, of course, you look for an impulse down. So, but the probabilities remain this. As long as we do not lose significant levels, we move up on an increased amount of volume, ta-da, right? No invalidations are hit. Yeah, there's no reason yet to immediately switch to bearish. But if there are levels being lost and we do hit invalidations, of course one has to switch. But you need a plan, right? You need a plan, you need a strat for both of the scenarios, or at least manage the longs well and take into account potential reversal areas. Because from an Elliott wave point of view, in both the bull and the bearish scenario, a move up was the higher probability when we were here in the range. Now then we moved up here. This was a bit of a very awkward range, very slow, so it wasn't too sure. But at least moving above these highs, we were looking for potentials of ABCs and WXYs or impulses. And now we moved up. And now we get into an area of interest for both a corrective structure, ABC, and an impulsive structure, 4, 5. So of course from a Elliott wave, this is how Elliott waves of course works. You have two scenarios. Both of them led to upside, but now that you are in an overlapping area, right? You have the wave C target area and the potential of a bigger range in wave 4. You got to manage your trades accordingly. And if there is the potential for new positions or whatever your plan says, then of course take a new position in whatever direction. Right, depends on your plan and your strategy. So this is currently what's up. Now with regards to support to the downside here, so we have resistance above us, daily naked point of control support 62.9K. Right, 1 second. Yeah, we also have a 6-hour gap here, so that's another area of support, which is this. So let me highlight this one here. Let's see if there's anything. Is there another gap? No. Okay, so 6-hour gap, so that's an area of support. I'm going to remove the daily naked point of control because it is touched, so I want to have it out. Okay, and then point of control here as well. Now if you do move into this gap, your next area of support is going to be this range. That would be quite deep. It's around the 0.5. Someone asked a question about what's support, and we have the, there we go, support resistance area. Sometimes you want to make it very simple. Elliott waves can be very tricky. 3 areas on the chart. We've been talking about these for a while, right? Support, 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 resistance, broken. Look what happened here. Now, of course, preferably we still make a 4-5. This was a finished impulse on the lower time frames. This is unlikely to be finished. So yeah, but resistance, right? So very, very nice, no? Support, lots of trading through it here, and again support and lots of price action, resistance, support, support slash resistance. And now we are here again. And not surprising, we find a rejection, which is in combination with the box that I had here, because there are some other levels here as well. So very nice, very simplistic, right? Very simplistic way of trading, but can be very profitable, no? Trade the range until it breaks. Identify the resistance area and identify the support area and just up and down and up and down and up and down, and then eventually price moves out. Range trading can be incredibly profitable, no? No. And it's easy on all time frames as well. So, oh. But also there, you would need a plan. Okay. So at the moment, there is no bearish CVD divergences, no local bullish CVD divergences. We do have the zoomed out bullish CVD divergences, but I'm not interested in these. I'm much more interested in local stuff here at the moment. So it's pretty neutral. And that's that. So this has not changed. This has not changed. And that's that. Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh. Okay. Throw this. Oh, throw it in as well. I think we started at like 33 minutes. Something like that, like 33, like something in some. Let me just make it 34, so I'm sure people end up right in the analysis. Oh. Timestamps, we don't need these. August. Is August wrong or right? August. Augustus. In the Netherlands, of course, it's different. August. Augustus. Let's see, where were we? I answered this. Tortuga. Okay, I'll make sure to check it out. Thanks for reminding me here as well. I didn't check the DMs. That's a good one. Thanks, Tortuga. Must be about the website. I'll make sure to check it. Yeah, that's also what I mean on the 15. Currently higher probabilities for corrective structures. 50-minute zigzag, high probability. Look, this is a straight line down. Of course, there's potential for counting this a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Your wave 1 is then the extended wave, which generally doesn't really have the highest probabilities. You can also count this a WXY double zigzag, which would be more bullish. So, look, it's too early to really count this. You literally have a straight move down, straight move up, and on the 15-minute, there's no structure whatsoever. You need to go to a 3-minute time frame here to analyze what happened. And then if this is an impulse, you have an extended one, which generally is not common. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now wave 3 is not the shortest. Wave 2 didn't go above 1. So the rules are accepted. Wave 4 has no overlap with wave 1 price action. So you can count an impulse, but wave 1 is extended, generally a bit lower probabilities. So that makes the potential for a WXY down as well, double zigzag. But yeah, probability is higher for corrective structures. But what I like to do is when a range is forming, I like to wait for price to show the range. And at the moment, there's no information. It's just one straight line down and one straight line up. Now that we moved below this low here, though, the probabilities increase that this move up is a corrective structure, not an impulsive structure. So probabilities would increase for continuation of the range or take the lows again, because now you have a very three-wavy move up here, as you can see. But yeah, I just wait for a range to form. You know, I have no interest here. CVD is moving down very quickly. Yes, still there's no bullish CVDs. There's no CVDs actually whatsoever. We hit resistance, gap plus value area low. Above this, we have the point of control. Of course, also just quite simply the support resistance area. Right? But your latest move here is very, very three-wavy. So yeah, I won't be surprised to continue this range for a little bit longer here. Increasing probabilities for sideways price action, with of course a potential to take the low, but let's take it step by step. Let's see what the 15-minute gives. You know. Goedemiddag. Hoshi, what's up? Attila, welcome. Good to have you here. Liquidate all the longs. There's always, you want to first install greed, right? Greed, and then take it down, which is the psychology scenario. That would be interesting. Yo, Wizard, how you doing, bro? Yeah, what's up, bro, man? Good to have you here, man. Oksana, welcome. Adam, good to have you here. Mr. Logo, how's the weather out west? Nicer day, but a hot one. August. Possible to get a bit lower high. Well, of course, you only know if you make a lower high if you actually make a lower low. So as long as you make a lower high, the probabilities are of course higher to take the low, but it's such a young range. There's no information here, you know. That's why I analyze up to the hour that I've just done, right, with the analysis. So for now, I just wait for info to print on the chart. Yeah. So of course, if Bitcoin makes a lower high, probabilities increase to make another low, but you only know it makes a lower high when you actually go for another low. So in a trading strategy, you need to, of course, have reasons or confidence or a plan on entering a short if you're trading a move down, or entering a long, of course, if you look for another higher low and a continuation of the local trend. But a wave 4, so a wave 4 can be any corrective structure. If we look at a corrective move, right? Of course, a zigzag would be easy, 535. But if you look at wave 4 price action, or an impulse, 1, 2, 3, wave 4 can be anything. Triangle. So of course you can have triangles, right? Not very likely. It's way too early. WXYs. You can have zigzags. You can have flat structures, right? We have so little information of this range. For me, it doesn't make sense to spend time counting this on a 3-minute time frame. It makes a lot more sense to wait for 50-minute candles to come in and wait for waves to form, right? So that we actually have a better idea of what happens on the 15. For now, we just have bullish CVDs here. We have no CVDs here, nor here. There's no local bearish or bullish CVDs here in this area. So it's all very, very neutralized. We have still the 6 hour gap top here as well, which of course is interesting. Liquidity grab, double bottom here as well. So that is interesting, yes. For the potential of price moving down, taking the lows, hitting the 6 hour gap close above and continue. So that's an area of interest, right? But the range it's so young. It's such a need more information. And I also recommended, like, it's easy to try and, from an Elliott wave point of view, try to overtrade a new range, because if you made profit on the way up, what tends to happen with especially newer traders is they see price moving up, they eventually enter long, but when price then starts to range, they lose everything. So they try to trade every small little move, or they trade before clarity comes in, or unless you may be a scalper. But personally, I'm very patient. I just need more info here. But the 1 hour, the probabilities have been communicated. So and the wave 4 also still allows price action to move down. There's enough space for a wave 4 to have price action moving down. It's just that if you're really bearish and you look for 1, 2, and then a 3, you need a very big impulse. No? Particles of time, high time frame wave 4 structure needs to go deeper. Rule of alternation, yes, that is why we consider the double 1, 2. Mind you that even if wave 2 is sideways, wave 4 still has about 50% probabilities to be sideways as well. You are in Discord, right? So make sure to check out the education section on the left side. Scroll down, Elliott Waves, and download the 2 files at the bottom for statistics of Mr. Swannell. You'll find it interesting, I'm sure. Yes, that could be. So of course the move to the upside now, ending with a 3-wave structure here, it has a corrective feel to it, no? When you move up and your final leg up is a 3-wave move, and then you come down to take the low. It's also too high for a flat, so it does increase the probabilities for either sideways / down side still. But then again, I prefer to analyze 15 minutes. I don't really like 3 and stuff. So, yeah. The only thing we see here is this is interesting, but all of this. We have a 50-minute bullish CVD. We don't have any structure down. We don't have any structure up. Probabilities on the 1 hour remain the same. Well, we could be looking for a wave 4 if this is it. Then we look for a wave 4 at a later stage. Not to forget, wave 4 can still be a flat as well. So WXY, A, 3-wave, B, C, grab the high, grab the lows, hit support, continue up. But by that time, we have information, right? If that happens. At the moment, there's nothing to count here really on a 50-minute time frame. You want to pick your battles. If you are like John, a low time frame counter, you can try to count this. I can count it, but it doesn't help me. It's just wait for further price action. I think Pistachio. Let me write something about. Let me find a message of Pistachio here. 1 second. So Pistachio wrote a message about me analyzing a new range. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, sorry. Still looking. I'm almost there. Pistachio is riding a lot, eh? Holy moly. Here we go. Pistachio, this was when the low was made at 53. And you notice that also when the low was made at 53, I didn't analyze the local price action because it doesn't really make sense. So he said, he calls me Ko, just wanted to say the way you've handled this and just waited for a range has been really great to watch. Clarity always comes later on, and I am guilty of trying to guess the count from the first bounce. That was when the low was in. So then I reply over here, of course, I think I should have fun and practice counts on the early range, but not trade until larger. That's, of course, personal choice, personal plan. But his first comment about the range pretty much summarizes what I like to do is wait for clarity. Let price come to me on at least a 15-minute time frame. So we have a weekly, we have daily, we have 1 hour scenarios, and on the 15, we wait for a range to form. Common target for a wave 2, the 0.5 to the 0.786. If you go to first of all, you can go to this website. In the description, by the way, this website. I actually wanted to go to my YouTube channel. So this website is an Elliott wave website, by the way, which is really good. So you see more about targets here, but of course also in the playlist. And then impulse, this one, the 0.5 to the 0.786 Fibonacci. Kieran, welcome Kieran. As we for and also yes, Kieran. Samith, welcome, good to have you here. Do you think the top 20 altcoins will reach an all-time high this cycle? I don't know what the top 20 altcoins are, but we have analyzed many altcoins during the altcoin stream. So maybe some of, oops, I put this one in the Bitcoin analysis. Anyway, this one is the recent one. Let me fix this so that you'll actually be able to find it in the altcoin folder. It's just automation, like, I put it in here, Bitcoin technical analysis. Put it in the altcoin Elliott wave analysis. There we go. Okay, so that's fixed if I refresh this. But yeah, check the playlist here. Weekly time frame analysis on the alts, including link, which was in here as well. Let me refresh. Hopefully it is changed now if YouTube is quick. Yep, there we go. So link is in here as well. So yeah, we analyzed link. What volume profile indicator do you use, and how do we make CVD very visible with lines on AGR? The volume profile indicator is the tool here in TradingView. So that is this one, right? And you can find it here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th folder, right? Volume based, fixed range volume profile. Click on the star. It will end up in your favorites bar. And then just pull it. If you want to know my settings, well, I mean, locally I should use 148. But 70, you can use extend right if you want new candles to be included every time. The volume profile just adjusts with new information. And you can mess around with the row size. The row sizes I have is 148, 300, 500, 1000, and 5K. I rarely ever use above 500, like 500 to 5K. Generally, I have 148 or 300. Second question. The lines are coded, so that takes a lot of coding knowledge, but I will share the, so I'm testing it now, but and there will be a new update on Wednesday or around Wednesday. cheers to Mr. Friends. But I will share it, but so that you have the CVD template in the Good to Know channel, right, without the lines, and I will share the one with the lines. It will be free as well. Just ask for support, no memberships or donations, but just registering with one of the partners. Do you also have a spot portfolio? Yeah, I do have a little bit of spot, but I don't really focus too much on spot. I'm mainly a trader, so I do now and then like DCA into spot, and but it's not something I focus on. I focus more on trading. I also enjoy it a lot more because it's very active. It's like playing a game. So yeah, this is me, Crypto Aman. I do not think it is very smart to mention names, so let me remove your message because it appeared in the live stream now, but for the sake of new people joining, it's still an online world, right? Of course, I'm in a different position, but take care, right? You don't want to share too much. But Crypto Aman, welcome. Good to have you here. And mom's account or not mom's account, thanks for popping in. Shark Trends, welcome. Thanks for your messages, by the way, in Discord. I'm glad you enjoyed the live stream the other day. So cheers, man. And pleasure, Factor Call. Look, I give away, or I do so much free, and I want to have that one free as well. But it would be nice if people, in a way, like to support the channel. So they don't have to pay. You know, it's absolutely not necessary. They don't have to become a member or donate or stuff. But registering with a link would be very kind. Factor Call. I can heart this. There you go. And I can like it as well. Yo, Factor Call, cheers. Thanks for, is that 1 or 1,000 RSD? Wait, it's your first super on a live stream, or at least on this one. Yo, thanks, Factor Call. Appreciate it. Eh? RSD 1,000. I don't know what that is. Must be some dollar variant, I think. But cheers, Factor Call. Yeah. Rarely ever see donations. Thanks, man. Thushara Chatumina, valuable. Thank you. I hope it is. Misty Analysis. Yo, Liquid Mafia. I highlighted your messages again at the beginning of the live stream for people to find them. So, yeah, very, very cool analysis. Wow, around 10. I think that's the highest donation on the, or they call it a super here, but let's be real. I think it's the highest donation ever on the channel. Usually it's like 3, 5, 1. Yo, Cole, merci beaucoup. Serbian dinner. I see. Yeah. Oh, pays for my Rattler now. Thank you, Cole. I'm happy you appreciate the value and you support the stream this way. Thanks, man. That's very kind, Factor Call. I'll make sure to put it to good use. Crypto Aman, welcome. Also, Kramo and Edgara, thanks for translating the RSD into $/euro. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you, Cole. That's amazing. Crypto Aman, you find your real account now. There he is. He back. Welcome back, Crypto Aman. Good to have you. This time with the good account, with the correct account. When Kunz token, I'm not really planning any, that kind of stuff. I always have a feeling if a creator does that, I don't know, it feels a little bit like a money grab. Unless the token has. It needs something, right? Like if you have a token or something that people can trade or invest in, you need something foundational behind it, something of value, something a bit like something, and And what you, of course, tend to see in the crypto industry is left, right, and center, people are launching prop firms. I wonder why. Clearly. And they launch all like, you know, token there and token there. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I would only ever do something like this if there's a strong foundation or a business connected to it, and then the business is I don't know if that's public. I would need to read in this if it's public, but that people get a, you know, it's like an asset. You're buying assets of like Nvidia, you know, so that there is like something foundational to it, and not just, oh look, I made a token you can support and just trade the token, you know, and then yeah, just scratching your clothes and this guy Theos, welcome. Yeah, or she knows what he's saying. He's had Dutch lesson. Nice. Very Dutch. Yeah, let's not go into this. This guy. It's in between your legs. For the boys, at least. Yeah. Yeah, it's Dutch, but actually in Dutch you write it with one O, but he's close. I understood it. So far, resistance holding nicely. It will take a while before we can really have a lot of new info. Again, locally, the only thing that's quite interesting is the three-wave structure up and then a move down to take the lows of this small range. It's too high for a flat. So, therefore... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Beth. Yeah, nice glass of sparkling water. So yeah, the only thing really interesting is a three-wave move. We can't count a flat here, A, B, C, because B is so high, hit the 1.618, which is a very uncommon target. So yeah, increases probabilities for continuation of the range on the 1 hour. But it's nice to see a little bit of a gap, value area low, nicely respected. Nothing happening on CVD. Yeah. It just increases probabilities that this is corrective price action, not impulsive price action. Increasing probabilities for continuation sideways / revisit the low one more time. What I think would be very interesting from an Elliott wave point of view, also with a little bit of this move up in my thought or in mind. Of course, this is 3-minute price action, right? This is 15 minutes. There's literally nothing on the 15 yet. But to have a continuation of the range, maybe hit the point of control, maybe take the high flat structure, but then hit the 6-hour gap, grab the liquidity of the double bottom. That would be nice. So we still have the point of control, weekly naked point of control, untouched to the upside. So, and we have a 6-hour gap top, untouched to the downside, right? So those are like area of interest, but those are like the high and the low of the range. This is currently the middle of the range, no? guess I should do I guess this works. Midline, 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 quite well respected. Candle. Yeah, that works. That works. This would be the channel I'd keep an eye on. And then clean it up. There we go, 15. I see a very good question in chat. Very good question, Yannis, which I'll ask in a second, or answer in a second, because reading. Have you ever been in Germany? Yes, I have. I was also in Germany many times, by the way, but the last time I was in Germany was during a Christmas market in Köln. So we visited all the different Christmas markets, and what's fun is that in Köln, when you buy Glühwein or hot chocolate milk, you get this very typical cup, like Christmas cup, and you're allowed to take it home as well. So we have a few in the kitchen. Yeah. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, Cologne. Yeah, look, we have this one. So this is one that we have. Yeah. We actually have two different designs. This is one design. So you can take these home, right? This one as well. It's really cool. Like, and it's super vibey. I definitely recommend going to Germany during Christmas, right? So we've been here. We walked here. This is one of the bigger markets, this street. I mean, you won't miss it when you go. And then you just buy, like if you buy a drink, you're allowed to take the glass. Mind you, it can add up quite quickly. But yeah, that's some of the ones that we have. I have a short at 64K. Is it okay? Because now I'm confused with no action. Have a plan, have a strat. What was the reason for entering? That would be my counter question. So of course I don't know your plan. So first of all, one need to think, okay, why did you take the short? Right? What was the confluence? What was the reason? What did you see that made you confident, right? That's step one. Of course, we do have some resistance here. Then step two is, okay, where's my target? Right? And then step three is, what are my counter signals? Jouke, go to Discord. Have a look at the YouTube banned words, because it's very likely this is the problem. There's a banned word somewhere in your comment. And that's the reason why it is automatically removed. That will help you out. So, yeah. So, of course, you enter a trade. So you need a plan, right? And with that comes a stop loss, comes a take profit 1, 2, 3, or at least a take profit. Yeah, then you gotta trade, and then it's trade management. So once you enter the trade with your reasons, then trade management comes in and be like, okay, do I see signs with my trade, like positive, or do I see counter signals, counter signs, and maybe I have to close, maybe I need a quick TP1, like, that's also, again, planning. Of course, I'm not in a position to say what someone can do, but a good question. Why do you use the 6-hour time frame with the 6-hour gap top? And that's a very good question, because these are details. That's why I like the question. It's very rare for people actually to pick these things up. Why do I go to a 6-hour time frame? Very sharp. Very, very good. Now the reason, 1 second here, let me turn this off. Just make it clean. Where's my volume? Oh, yeah, let's just remove that. So the reason is, let me start on the 15. So if we're looking for a gap, what I want to see is a strong candle to the upside, one candle, right? I don't want candle, 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 right? So I want to see one candle to the upside, and preferably the next candle here is a red one that goes against the trend, right? Maybe a little wick up and down. And then you go up again, right? And then here is your first candle, right? And then you have the push, and then this creates a gap here. So on a 15-minute time frame, you can see that, yeah, we have a candle, but then another green one, and then here's the red one. But also here, we tested the low of that red candle. Okay, 30-minute time frame. You can see it's not one candle again, right? So you have a candle, yeah, cool. Maybe a little bit of a gap here, but this is not a red candle. Preferably, I look for the red ones. This can be considered a gap, but I like red candles. So, and then you have a red here, but same thing. We took it. 1 hour. Considered a gap, but we took it, right? 2 hour. Considered a gap. We took it, right? We tested it, I should say. 3 hours. Again, we hit it. In other words, you hit the gap, because the gap, right? Every time, this is your gap. But every time you touched it. With all of these time frames. 4 hours. So of course I did this very quick, but it's very good, Jaws. And then we have the 4 hour time frame. But on the 4 hour, we have this candle up, and then another green candle, one more red candle, and then up. Now, this green candle did not significantly continue, and the red candle, there's no. I don't like this one because this red candle is not next to the push. Right, this for me here, this is not a gap I would look at. I want the candle to be next to the push. And then we go to the 6, and then we're like, aha, right? Push up, red candle, continue, gap. Interesting. That's why I use the 6 hour. Very, very good question. It's easy to just watch, not really know. Okay, so that's resistance and that's support and that's that. But I like the intriguing questions, like why? That's good. Yeah, very good, Giannis. Very good question. XRP. Yeah, it should be interesting. No idea what's happening with XRP. Haven't seen that chart for a while. You might get JFK'd. Luckily, I just drink chocolate milk. How do you do the @ in the live chat? Yeah, as explained. Take candle. Jouke, what you can also do is, if you find the word that's in the banned list, just put some spaces in between, or dots or something. So for example, the word bot is a banned word because scammers use it all the time, right? Let me tell you. So what you can then do is just put spaces in there, and then ta-da, it will work. My supposedly fast Wi-Fi. Imagine, Hoshi, when there's more people, if the channel grows, more people come in, more chatting, more internet. This is the first channel I've been involved in chatting in a live stream. You mean talking to the community, like directly? Because of course there's other streamers that do analysis and then they have an eye on the chat and they may reply. But I don't really follow other analysts. So Koen's best teacher. Yes. I see. Yeah, I really love it. I love community. I love interaction. I love streaming. I love talking. I mean, I'm a global keynote speaker as well, so I love speaking in front of people and audiences. And yeah, I used to be a professional gamer, live streaming on Twitch. Okay, so let's see if the probabilities play out, right? We spoke about this move up, this three-wave structure, lower probabilities for an ABC flat. So increasing probabilities to continue the range / take the low. It should be quite interesting. Maybe we get a bit of price action. New York has opened now as well. So, okay. Now again, wave 4 can be any price action, so it's difficult on a 15-minute to analyze this. This structure up and the final 3-wave move is 3-minute stuff, which I don't really like. So I just continue waiting for 15-minute market structure because you can have anything: WXY, triangle, flat, ABC zigzag, flat structure, WXY. Triangles, but a triangle looks very unlikely at the moment. So that's not really, and it's too early to call triangles. So that's not really something that I would look for now. So, well. Oh wait, we are only nice to you, so you will get Ashley on the stream. She laughing. Ashley. Yeah, she is a bit sick today. She says it's not my best day. Okay. We'll let her relax a little bit. She's a bit sick. She's working in her office. The first channel, which has been interesting. Thanks. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's very important. Answering questions, explaining things, taking the time to inform, help, educate, show, and I really enjoy it. So and that's good, of course. Yeah. Also having constructive conversations. Yeah. Ask the wifey, is the bottom in? Ashley, is the bottom in? Yes or no? Yes. It means is the low in? Will like is the low in, meaning price will go up? She says yeah. Can you shout it so they actually hear for themselves? Yes. Did you hear that? Try it again. Yes. She can't. The oracle says yes. Take it or leave it. Let's not copy scam messages. I was looking for a guy like you for a long time. Siamak Janjali, thank you. That's very kind. I'm happy to help, guys, everyone, right? So I'm happy you found. How did you find the channel? Like, guys, how did you find the channel? So Siamak, but others, how did you actually found it? Probably most of the people found it on the homepage of YouTube. Oracle, where are we going? Yeah, she said, is the low in? She said, should be very productive and close early in green in my short or wait for target. Depends on your plan or strat, my friend, right? You look, so just by reading the comment, if you made a plan with a stop loss and a target, right? There's a reason you have the target and a reason to have the stop loss. The psychology when you're in the trade can be the issue of closing early or taking profit too early, scared of losing paper profits, scared of losing the trade. However, it is good to have signs that go against your, trading setup. So when you see something that's not supporting your trade, it's good to TP, stop loss break even, close the trade, but that depends on your plan. So if you make a plan with a stop loss target, you actually want to trade till your target, no? And it can be very uncomfortable to be in a trade. I think a good book for you to read, Crypto Aman, is this one. One second. We're moving to the south of France, so all of my books are in boxes. But I think this one, Best Loser Wins, from Tom Hougaard. That's a good one. Link in the description. That's a good one to read. No? And you will also find the content of this book, but I do always support the author. But you can also find it by Googling on his name. Let's see which video it was. Oh, he's currently live. Look at him go. This Trading Psychology, Why Normal Doesn't Make Money. Now there is, I think, 7 parts or 6 parts of this video, and pretty much the core content of the book is being spoken about in the video. Again, I do like to support creators, so I got the book, which is very nice. But you can also watch the 7-part series here. And it very much also talks about, I'm in a trade, I know it's uncomfortable, but you got to deal with that, right? With that psychology. And also talking about psychology and dealing with these type of things, check this book as well, The Mental Game of Trading by Jared Tendler. That's a really good book, also in the description. So, yeah. My question was wrong. I support, the question was, is the bottom in? So, is the low in? And she said, yes. I don't know, it's the oracle, I don't even have to ask, she will know. Andrei Querti. I never share entering trades because in the end I don't want to influence a big group of people. Everyone, in my opinion, needs to learn to fish, which is a lot more future foolproof, right? You want to be able to trade on yourself, by yourself, and make profit yourself in case things stop or quit or die or whatever, but possible setups from an Elliott wave point of view, yes, and I also explain why. And that is the first link in the description. Just follow the few steps there and you're in. It's free. So yes, generally in the mornings, I write about potential interesting setups depending on the information. I explain the why behind them, but I'll never say if I take them or not, because again, I'm not in a position to influence people. I want to press my own buttons. I don't want to virtually press 100 others. I support education and information, but not trading for others or copy traders. But I always also, from an Elliott wave point of view, then share what's interesting, and then I wait for local signs of strength or weakness. So sometimes there are setups that I put on a chart in preparation, bearish or bullish setups, and then price approaches this level and it's not interesting because we approach it on a very high amount of volume, and there's other things I look at. But that is where the personal thing comes in. So what are your signs of strength or weakness, right? So yeah, and that's personal for everyone. I find your channel by searching for Elliott Wave on YouTube. Search for Elliott Wave analysis in YouTube. Wow. Search? 1 second. Okay. I have to go. What a great tool to have in your where to find such an oracle. I know, right? She's my hidden gem. YouTube algorithm directing me to watch you after feeding so much junk hyped contents. Nice final few words. I'm happy you found the channel, man. So if this is a CO4, most common target in the situation would be around 61. For a zigzag, yes, the 1-to-1 to the 1.236. That is correct. Yes, that's good. That's good vector call. I can bring you a Bulgarian kebab if you teach me how to do Elliott waves. Yeah, kebab, I really like kebab. So, yeah. But bringing it from Bulgaria to the Netherlands, I'm not sure if it's still going to be edible. But, yeah, I do like some good kebab. Oh, that was it. Kebab. My cheat food is dinner. No, that's my cheat food. Search for Elliott wave info. Well, so many people found it by searching. Is it still possible that since the all-time high in March, this entire high time corrective structure unfinished zigzag where wave C has not yet found its low? That's low probabilities because your wave 4 now hit the 0.618. I covered this in the analysis. It's, I think, the first scenario at like 34 minutes particles of time. So, yeah, low probabilities you have an unfinished zigzag because wave 4 hit the 618 in that case. Yeah, I mean, if you see altcoin CVD, then preferably you trade the alts, of course, and not Bitcoin, right? But Bitcoin had a lot of bullish CVDs at the low. And all of these now played out, right? You still have bullish CVDs here, by the way. Higher low end price, low low CVD. We just wait for a range. Ask Ashley, which we hit. Wait. I learned a crap load since joining the channel. Elliott wave is now in my toolbox. Kun has been great at educating everyone and is well excited to teach others who want to learn. Yo, Liquid Mafia. By the way, Liquid Mafia is one of the first 100 members in Discord. For your information, there's like 3K now. So Mafia has been here before I think I even touched. No, before I touched 1K subscribers on YouTube. One of the first to see the channel. Means a lot to me, Liquid Mafia. That's amazing. Wait, I wanna. Oops, that's my emote button on my keyboard. You can see what emotes I use the most to reply to you guys in the comment section. I want to make a screenshot. I like the journey, right? And I love seeing. Sometimes it just makes me happy sometimes to like go through some of these messages. I love to save them. Ask Ashley which we hit first, 50K or 75K. Ashley, 50K or 75K. We are now at 63.4K. She's going with 50K. Yes, it contradicts your previous answer. Yeah, you can't change now. Now you're too late. Yeah, I mean, yeah, win-win. Yeah, you're break even in both outcomes. Yeah, you gotta win-win, but also you lose in both cases. The oracle is contradicting, depending on the question. The mental game of trading. Oracle is faulty today. Oracle is a bit sick. Thanks again, Liquid Mafia. Man. That's a great message. It feels so weird to see Bitcoin drop along with USD. Confidence. Mental game of trading helped me a lot. Cheers, Rosie. Yeah, it's a really good book. Really, really good book. I don't even want to know how much money Jared already earned because I'm always promoting his book. But it's such a good book. And I don't know the guy. I would love to get in touch. I might actually have to. I would love to have a signed copy. Yeah. He also has a YouTube channel and he does live streams. So, if you ever pop into his live stream channel, say hi from koenztrading. Someone should keep track of Ashley's statistics. So far, she is, I think, 5'1" or 6'2". I'm not too sure. Found you from another group. Since then, I've been following both. There you go. It's always good to spread wings and have different groups and information and then combine it in a toolbox. Hey, Daniel. Yo. Okay, my mic was off. Daniel, yo, welcome to Diamond. Oh, it's so rare doing a live stream. Welcome to the squad. Make sure to send me a note to fill in. This is something that we recently have done. 1 second. I need to now send it to you. Wait. Note. One second. Membership form. Oop. Daniel. Wait. Uh-oh. Okay. Yo, welcome to Diamond, man. Make sure to fill in the form and I'll get you sorted. Cheers. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. And yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So I will send you an email after you fill in the form. I'm going to send you an email so you kind of like know where to start. In other words, I recommend to start with the FAQ to quickly find what you're looking for in Diamond. You, of course, also now enter silver and gold, and you will see that the gold Elliott Waves channel is always very active. Very good analysts in that channel as well. So that's always enjoyable. But yeah, you'll find your way, of course, very quickly. But welcome to the team, man. Welcome to the gems, the Diamond Squad. It's a pleasure. Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's my pleasure. So hopefully it will be educational, interesting, working on a plan, making a plan, sharing plans. Today I actually spoke about an improvement of my trading plan in a Discord chatting session. Yes, Adam. Yes. So 3 months in, and then after. So Diamond is 3 months, and then so it's of course monthly, and then after 3 months, people can go down to silver or gold, but then still remain in Diamond, and they become Diamond Legend. Yes. Kebab, Dutch kebab. Getting a friend request from Koen while he's streaming. Yeah. Ban him. Your video popped up to me because I'm following the other guy who is also good, but less sharing. I see. Maybe Green Star Trading. He's a great dude. Oh. We got something cool coming up. So just got a message from BTCC that they have a brand new campaign for all of you guys. I need to read the information. I will have to share it later. So for all the BTCC traders, this will be, or new registrants, this will be very interesting. It will start tomorrow though, but I'll need to ask a little bit of info. Literally just came in. No financial. Last time Ashley's prediction didn't work. Yeah, exactly. That was the loss. Oracle has spoken. Want to support your work and educate myself further. I've been doing it for 7 months now. Want to focus more on trading from now on. That's why I choose. I see. Good stuff. Yeah. So I mean, trading it and creating a plan around Elliott Waves as well is what Diamond is about. It's about creating that plan. So yeah, make sure to ask a lot of questions to help you in the process as well. Check out the channels in Discord. That's the main area. And yeah, it should be good. And there's many people in there that have created their plans or are still creating plans, talking Elliott Waves. Yeah. Did you know the name Koens in Old German means wise advisor? For real? Oh, there you go. With including the Z. I had no idea. Oh yes, Tim. Make sure to send me an email after. But then the new campaign that we'll launch tomorrow will be of benefit to you as well. So wow, good timing. Good timing. Yes, it's a very like diverse platform, right? Many options, not just crypto related. I actually, by the way, did a gold analysis a while back. YouTube, koenztrading, down, there we go. On a weekly time frame, so it's still relevant. Well, I did it on the yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily time frame, so it's 1 month ago. But hey, if you are interested in gold, then check it out. For real, that is a variation. Yo, no shit. I had no idea. So it's actually a word with a meaning. Wise advisor. Okay, well, interesting. There you go. I never knew. Okay, everyone, it is time for me to continue with the day. We have some people picking up a couch. We have people picking up. What else was it, Ash? Oh yeah, a sleeper couch, mattress topper. We had some small tables picked up yesterday by people because we're moving to France. So everything goes out and we'll get everything new when we're there because we don't want to travel with all the big stuff. And someone's coming very soon to pick up some stuff again. And of course, I also have to continue with other stuff this day. Yo, Lid, met genoegen. Goed dat je erbij was. Goed dat je erbij was. Dankjewel. Dankjewel. Here, Dutch and English together. Dankjewel. Where the silver will go banana in the next years. Interesting. I'm curious to hear why that is. But you gotta admit, it fits you like a glove. It's meant to be. Yo, thanks everyone for being here. Appreciate you hanging out and chatting. Thanks, Factor Call, again for the dono. Very, very kind of you. Appreciate that. And yo, if there's any questions, just write it in the comments. I'll make sure to answer. Still have a couple of comments to answer. So far, pretty much replied to every comment ever on my channel, and I'll try to keep it up. So yo, thanks everyone for being here. Tomorrow, of course, another live stream. Tonight will be a normal update, right? Unless Price is doing something very crazy, it will be a video tonight. And yeah, so thanks for hanging out. And I'm gonna catch you at the next one.